So, Tekken Cross Street Fighter, the often rumored, never cancelled game. Will it happen? Honestly, I think it will one day. And there's a few reasons why I think this. First off, we have to explore why it wasn't made when everyone thought it was going to be made. And that was a few years ago. Obviously, the big reason was that Street Fighter Cross Tekken was not the big financial hit that Capcom thought it would be for multiple different reasons, which people have already covered in many other videos going into the history of that game. But also because Street Fighter's popularity was kind of waning at the time, because that was followed up with Street Fighter V, which a lot of people were not into and wouldn't get good till 2 years later. So the timing wasn't right. But with Street Fighter 6 coming back and pushing Street Fighter to whole new levels of popularity, and Tekken 8 just releasing and also doing extremely well, I think the timing, it's a bit more right, you know? Like, I think people would actually be happy to see these two franchises collide again, and done through the Tekken style. And I think another reason for that is Harada apparently really wants to do it. That's why he's never said that it's canceled. I think he really wants to do that. I think the proof is in the pudding when he put Akuma in Tekken 7. Like, not only that, he put it in the story mode. Like, he didn't have to do that, but he did. I think he really wants to do it. And also, he just kind of proved, like, yes, I can do this. Look what I did. And if they had a story mode like Tekken 8, people would go crazy. Like, Street Fighter fans would go crazy, Tekken fans would go crazy. And if it was done well, you know, everyone would be happy. It'd be really interesting to see all these characters, you know, interact and stuff. So yeah, I do think one day it will happen. When, I have no idea. Obviously, Bandai Namco is busy with, you know, doing DLC for Tekken 8 right now. And after that, are they going to immediately go into Tekken 9? Or are they going to take a break and maybe say, hey, maybe we can give Street Fighter Cross or Tekken Cross Street Fighter a try? Because, you know, strike while the iron's hot. There's never been a hotter time for a game like this to come out. Not only are Street Fighter and Tekken riding high, but with the absolute failure that was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, we just need more crossover fighting games out there. We don't see a ton of them. I was really hoping for a Dead or Alive cross Virtual Fighter after the Virtual Fighter characters got into Dead or Alive, or at least a few of them did. I was like, that would make a great crossover because they made it work because their control scheme is very similar. So that's always the problem with Tekken and Street Fighter. Their mechanics and their control schemes are very different. That's why Street Fighter Cross Tekken was a bit awkward. But Dead or Alive and Virtual Fighter are basically identical in their control schemes, so that would have worked out really well. But Dead or Alive, unfortunately, is kind of dead in the water, and Sega doesn't seem to want to do anything with Virtual Fighter, so that's never going to happen. So we never got that, unfortunately. But having Street Fighter and Tekken Cross again, you know, this time possibly be even better, that'd be really good because, yeah, like I said, crossover fighting games, that the staple was like Marvel vs. Capcom, but that's unfortunately dead in the water now. So, yeah, we could use another crossover fighting game. And since Bandai Namco is no longer working on Soul Calibur, you know, maybe that frees them up a little bit. They're not doing, you know, two different fighting games at the same time. So maybe this would free them up a little bit. I feel like if they wanted to take a break from Tekken and maybe not go straight into Tekken 9, they could either do that or they could do like Tekken Tag Tournament 3 or something. I don't know. I would personally probably prefer Tekken Cross Street Fighter just because it'd be a lot cooler, but I wouldn't say no to Tekken Tag Tournament 3. That'd be pretty cool. But is it too early for another Tekken Tag? I don't know. It feels like just yesterday the other one came out. But I don't know. Other than that, yeah, I'd like I said, I think it'll happen. I don't know when, but I do think it is possible because of these fighting games' popularity and seemingly Harada really wanting to do it as he refuses to cancel the whole thing, which is good. You know, good for him. Harada's always talked about how he loves competition in the fighting game space, which makes it even more of a shame that a lot of these other fighting games are not, you know, doing well or getting canceled or just not having anything done with them. You know, basically Street Fighter and Tekken and Mortal Kombat are the only ones that are really in the sphere. I mean, yeah, I know there's a lot of Guilty Gear and a lot of other anime fighters out there, but they've never reached quite the popularity of Street Fighter, Tekken, or Mortal Kombat. But, you know, and we need more 3D fighters. Tekken's like the only 3D fighter on the market now that Soul Calibur and Dead or Alive sadly have basically been put to rest we just don't have many 3D fighters out there. And sure, Street Fighter Cross or Tekken Cross Street Fighter would be just another Tekken game basically, but and not really be a new 3D fighter or anything. But I'd still like to see it. And I'd love to see a new Virtua Fighter. You know, come on, Sega, come on, I'm begging you. Stop releasing Virtua Fighter 5 a million times. You're not Capcom. You can't just release the same game a million times. I'm begging you, give us something else. Give us some new Virtua Fighter. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. What do you guys think about the possibility of Tekken Cross Street Fighter? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.